Plaintiff Tracy Dodson says the defendant was his best friend until his drinking and egomaniac attitude got in the way. Tracy claims after his wife slapped the defendant for grabbing her rear end at a party, the defendant drove his car into Tracy's garage, so he's suing for the damages. Defendant Clifton Ritter says on the night of the incident, he brought $500 worth of alcohol to Tracy's party. So when Tracy asked him to leave, he initially refused. Clifton says when he finally agreed to leave, he accidentally drove into Tracy's garage, and he's countersuing for the cost of the alcohol.
Sir, you're suing your former friend for $3,242 for damaged property.
Yes.
And you're countersuing for $500 for the cost of alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Start with you.
Your Honor, this guy right here was a pretty good friend of mine. In fact, he was my best friend until he decided to let his drinking and his clandestine / ego characteristics, the booty bandit, destroy
Run that by me again.
I'll get to it. Me and Cliff go back about 4 years, you know what I mean? We met at the telemarketing place, you know, we kind of hit it off, you know what I mean? I used to jump on his hook, he used to jump on my hook, you know, and we used to,
You're talking a lot of slang here. I thought I knew most slang.
No, what I mean by hook is, when
the
you work in
hook I know of is
telemarketing-
the man you get your weight from when you're in the dope game.
No.
Say, I got a hook.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, I got a hook up.
Oh, no, we was working telemarketing.
Am I right, Patty? No.
We were working
Go ahead.
telemarketing, and when you're on the phone, it's called you're on the hook.
Oh, okay.
So when I would have problems, he would come save me. Sometimes he'd have problems, I save him.
Okay.
And that started our bond. You know, we hit the social scene every weekend, and I started noticing that he had a fetish for grabbing women booties. Let me put it like that.
At the club?
Sometimes he'd be successful, sometimes he wouldn't, but the times he
grabbing?
wouldn't, yeah.
Anyone ever smack him, any of the women, or ask him to be
My
thrown?
wife, that's how he got the name the Booty Bandit. My wife named him the Booty Bandit because he can't control himself.
I didn't know it was his wife at the time.
You felt
I didn't know it was his
on
wife.
his wife's behind?
I didn't know it was his wife.
Me and Cliff go back about 4 years, you know what I mean? We met at the telemarketing place, we kind of hit it off, you know what I mean? I used to jump on his hook, he used to jump on my hook, and we used to,
You're talking a lot of slang here. I thought I knew most slang.
Plaintiff Tracy Dodson says after his wife slapped the defendant for grabbing her rear end, the defendant drove his car into Tracy's garage.
You can give me some background.
Now, first of all, Mr. Dodson here, he wants to call me an alcoholic. He was right with me with the drinking, too, so I guess he's an alcoholic as well.
I don't even drink that
Like
much.
I said, like he was saying, we used to kick it. We used to do a lot of good stuff together. We were good friends. We ditch and run, knock on people's door, run. I mean, we were old kids, call people.
You were how old when you were knocking on doors?
I mean, young kids, old kids, rather.
Well, don't let me. I shouldn't say that because I do the same thing, actually. with my sons, we're walking in the hotels. I'll hit the door and run. So the people come out of my son's standing. All right, we're together. Go ahead.
We'd call people on the phone, tell them we from the radio station, won $500. We just did a lot of joking stuff until the party. We got to the party, everything got started. I am a ladies' man. I like to talk to the ladies.
Okay, you're getting into the specifics of the case, so why don't you take me up to that point? You all were at a party.
Well, last year, 4th of July, the get-together was at my house. Holiday, friends, family. Him and his other alter ego was there. And we were socializing, everybody had a bit to drink, dancing and everything. Cliff wasn't dancing. Cliff decided he wanted to walk around on the dance floor and grab booty.
He went into his thing.
So I'm getting complaints from everywhere, and as I'm getting the complaints, I look over and see my wife slap him. So I runs over there to try to break it up because my kids is coming also with me, you know what I mean? But they're on something else, you know what I mean? So as I break it up, you know, she walks off and I turn to Cliff and I say, Cliff, have you had too much to drink? You want to sit down? You want something to eat? You know what I mean? Who is you? You my dad now? How you gonna tell me how much to drink except my bought? So I'm like, Cliff, I'm not telling you that.
Is this after you knew he had touched your wife?
Yes.
And that's all you?
But this is a good friend of mine, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But see, like I told you, I have noticed his characteristics at the club.
Mm-hmm. At the club?
You know,
with strange women? This is your wife?
But he's claiming that he didn't know who she was because her back was turned.
All right.
You know, so I kind of talked to him, you know, I ain't gonna move her furniture, not at my party, you know what I mean? So I went to go tend to my wife, you know what I mean, to see if she was all right and see what she wanted done, you know?
Okay.
And as I'm tending to my wife, he's mumbling up on his breath and he walks out the door. 10 minutes later, boom, he runs into my house. And
His car?
Yes.
Your actual house?
Well, my garage. My
Attached
garage
to the
door.
house?
Yes, the garage is halfway up and halfway down.
So what happens?
But anyway, to make a long story short, you know, we had a verbal agreement that he'd fix it, you know, and he said, okay, so I didn't think I had to call the police or anything, because like I said, he's a good friend of mine.
Did he? Obviously not.
I'm a bad judge of character,
But Your Honor, I told him
let
one
me
time.
allow him to give his side, sir.
All right, yeah, okay, now, at the party, okay, now, all the guys are coming to him talking about, well, he's talking to my old lady, can you tell him to leave? When he comes to me and tell me to leave, you know, I'm not leaving. I done bought all this liquor here. I don't feel like I should have to leave. Everybody here is drinking it.
This is after you had touched his wife?
I didn't know it was his
On her
wife.
behind?
I didn't know it was, I mean,
This is what he's claiming, he
The
didn't know
women
it.
that you did touch, did you know any of them?
Some of them and some of them I didn't. I mean, there was
So
a
you
lot
were
of people there that I
touching the
didn't.
behind of strange women.
He feel he
If they look
bought
good,
his
if they look
party.
good enough, yes, sir, yes,
If they
sir. I'm
look
not
good
gonna lie
enough.
to you.
And you don't think it was right for you to be asked to leave?
No, I don't think I was right. I mean,
Okay.
not at all.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, I wasn't
careful who you do
getting
that
no
to.
complaints from any women.
Be careful who you do that to.
Yes, sir.
Because one of them men might not be as kind as him.
Right.
One of them might shoot you in the top of your head. Be careful.
And that's the way he does, y'all, he laughs.
Well, yeah, one of these days he ain't gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And, you know, there wasn't no women complaining. It was just the fellas. So, like he said, you know.
You were feeling on their butts too?
No.
Oh. You say they complained. You said it was just the
me
fellas.
doing that to their women or whoever they were with. No.
Then to jump on
I
him.
like women. I like women.
Well, then you need to get your own.
Well, I mean.
Sir, you sound ridiculous standing there saying that you go to parties and fill on the women's behinds that you don't know and that you do know, and that the ones that you know have men, and you still fill on their women's behinds.
It doesn't have to be a party, Your Honor. He could just be out.
Plaintiff Tracy Dodson says after his wife slapped the defendant for grabbing her rear end, the defendant drove his car into Tracy's garage.
So in this case, what happened?
So, you know, he comes to me and said, I think you should leave.
Yeah.
So I'm a grown man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to leave. Plus, you know, I ain't leaving till the liquor gone. So then he wants to say, well, why don't you go in there and sleep it off? Go in there. That's when I really got upset. So, yeah, I left out of the house, ran in and got in my car, thought I had it in drive, had it in reverse.
But he ain't drunk.
Hit his garage. I told him, yes, once I get a job, once I get a stable job, that I got income coming in steady, I will help him pay for it. I did give him that. And I said I would even come over and help fix it.
How many women did you touch that day?
I can't even answer that.
5?
Maybe
More than that.
10?
I don't know, maybe 10.
Okay. That's 10 counts. Laughing. That's 10 counts of sexual assault. That's what you're doing. When you're out here doing this, you're committing crimes. You're committing sexual assault, sir. Go ahead.
So I don't think that he's asking for 32. I don't think it was that
Okay,
much. I
you
think
have
it
an
was only
estimate,
$1,000.
Yes, I do. Oh, sorry about that. That's the entire garage door because the old one cannot be put back up.
Where you guys live, where he's able to do all this and the guys don't take his head off?
Well, that's a good friend of mine. You know,
No, not you.
I'm very known
I'm talking
in the
about them
town.
other 9 men whose woman he was filling on.
I'm very known in the town, Your Honor.
Where you guys from?
geographically,
Yeah.
from Youngstown.
Youngstown, Ohio?
Youngstown, Ohio.
That's a tough town.
Absolutely.
And you got nerve to risk your life like that? Youngstown is tough, almost as tough as Detroit. I tell you what, come to Detroit doing that. Go to Detroit and just touch one person's woman.
He can go to my
behind,
next door neighbor's
let
house
alone
and do it and
10.
something happen.
All right. He gives me an estimate, sir. Do you have an estimate? Did you have a picture
don't,
taken
sir.
and take it to the garage door repairer?
No, sir.
All right. Well, he has an estimate. I have no reason to doubt it because you didn't get an alternate estimate. $3,242 is your judgment. Yours is dismissed. Good luck to you both, especially you. A lot of good luck to you. You're going to need a lot of, you need to walk around with your fingers crossed. Have a good day.
Thank you. Ladies, if you ever see this guy,
Oh, man.
he's a big stop sign.
Stop. Stop. That's right. Stop.
Watch him. 'Cause
Watch
he
me.
grabs booty.
Watch me. I'm coming to your town next. Stop, man.
Stop
You
it.
need it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't never come to my house anymore.
I'll be over there.